Hello, welcome to Jenny's Food Network, and I am Miss Jenny Lee. Okay, I want to talk today about being lactose intolerant. And people are asking, what is lactose intolerant? Okay, what it is, being lactose intolerant is when you can't really handle milk or dairy products, okay? And what it is like when your small intestine area, in your organs, of course, when your small intestine is not producing enough enzyme, okay, and lactose is a type of sugar found in like cow milk or like other dairy products, okay, and in your small intestine, if you're not producing enough like lactase, I believe it's called, if you're is an enzyme called lactase, okay? And it's being produced in your small intestine area, okay? So what it does is the enzyme called lactase, it grabs onto like the sugar of, it grabs onto the lactose sugar, okay? And it helps break it down, okay? When you don't have enough lactase enzymes to break down the lactose sugar, it has symptoms, okay? Like you'll get a really bad stomach ache. Like for example, you drink a cup of cow milk, okay? And all of a sudden, it takes about 30 minutes to 2 hours to start feeling the side effects of it, okay? Like you can get nauseous where you want to throw up. You're gonna get symptoms of really bad stomach pains, and you could just start, it's just some really bad stuff, okay? You can get diarrhea as well, and you can just like, I forgot what the other thing is, but anyways, it's not gonna be good. First of all, you're gonna start feeling like a really bad stomach ache, okay? That's all I can say. And, okay, so what happens is, so if you're lactose intolerant, what it is that you can't handle the dairy stuff, okay? So like yogurt, milk, cheese, okay, whatever, and so when your small intestine is not producing enough enzyme called lactase, and lactase is needed in your body to grab onto those lactose sugars to break it down, and then it gets broken down into two simple sugars called glucose and galactose. And those two simple sugars, when they're broken down, they get thrown into your bloodstream, okay? So what happens when you're lactose intolerant, that process is not being broken down properly, and you get these symptoms of really bad stuff, okay? So I read something where 75% of the world's population, the people are lactose intolerant. Can you believe that? So a lot of my siblings are lactose intolerant. They get like really bad stomach pains. Freddie, my husband, is lactose intolerant. He can only intake very little cow milk with his cereal, you know? And for some reason, the way I make my desserts, when I use like homemade, when I make my own homemade whipped cream, which is dairy, he can handle that just fine, to be honest. And when I make cakes and cupcakes, whatever, and I use the dairy form of the whipped cream that I make, he's fine, you know? But the thing is, if you're lactose intolerant, if you want to integrate that into your diet, like where you want more calcium or you just want more dairy in your diet, you can integrate it little at a time, okay? So you don't want to drink like a cup of milk right away. You know, you might want to drink a cup of milk with your meal. Like let's start off with like 1/4 cup of milk and just drink that while you eat your food, okay? That'll be fine. But if you try drinking like 1/4 cup of milk on an empty stomach, believe me, you're gonna start feeling the effects within 30 minutes or the next 2 hours. You're gonna start feeling. You might even get diarrhea. You might feel like nauseous, like you just want to puke. You know, so be careful how you integrate it. Okay, so if you want to intake dairy products, try not to go on an empty stomach. Okay, intake it with food or something, and think about the quantity that you intake. Integrate it a little at a time, because you can start building tolerance to it where your body's going to start recognizing it and learn how to digest the sugar, the lactose sugar, okay? So you can integrate little at a time, okay? So just start with a small quantity amount and don't take it on an empty stomach, because your stomach's gonna start going through a turmoil and you're gonna have a bad thing going on for your tummy. So, you know, there's always substitute. If you want to intake dairy products because you want the nutrition of the calcium in it, you know, then you could just, I highly recommend you to intake other substitutes. Like you could drink, instead of drinking cow milk, which is dairy, you can drink almond milk, okay, which is dairy free, soy free, and gluten free, okay. You can drink coconut milk, okay. Some people hate the taste of coconut, so they don't have to drink coconut milk. They can go to soy milk or the almond milk, okay. And so soy milk also, of course, are from the soybeans, you know, it's dairy free, you know, so, and that one's really nutritious as well. And the coconut milk is very nutritious as well. It's full of antioxidants, and it's got a good amount of calcium as well. Same for the soy milk, almond milk, and the coconut milk, okay. Something about with the rice drink, they call it, or the rice milk, it's labeled as like rice drink a lot when you go to the store, you know, but it's kind of like white, so it looks like rice milk, you know. So that is good for you as well, but it's not as, I heard that it's not that nutritious as the other drinks like almond milk and soy milk and coconut milk, you know. Those have more nutrients in them compared to the rice drinks, okay. So, and among the three, the almond milk, soy milk, and the coconut milk, okay, if you don't want something to affect your hormones that fluctuates it, you know, like the way cow milk and the way soy milk does, then stick with the coconut milk and the almond milk then, okay? Cow milk and soy milk will affect your hormones, okay? And when something affects your hormones, it could lead to, like, you know, skin breakouts, or, you know, mood swings, I don't know, whatever affects your hormones going up and down. For women, our hormones are constantly going up and down. When we menstruate, when we're on our period, our hormones go opposite. And when we're off our period, the hormones go back. It's really crazy, you know, so mood swing, okay? Freddie knows that about me, right? Okay, so those are the different options, okay? Like I said, if you want to stay away from the lactose stuff because your body can't handle it, you could always go for the almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, okay, that are very nutritious. And if you want to stay away from something that fluctuates your hormones, then stay away from the cow milk and stay away from the soy milk, and just drink either the almond milk or the coconut milk, and you decide which flavor you like, you know. So, oh, by the way, so at the grocery store, right, I saw the different types of almond milks out there, okay. The almond milk had the original almond milk with 0 grams of sugar, and it was the vanilla flavor. I'm sorry, that one tasted gross. It tasted like really watered down almond milk, you know. Ugh, it was gross. Even though it was 0 grams of sugar, like no sugar at all in it, which is healthier, but the taste was gross. But the almond milk for this new one, I don't know how long it's been out, but it's pretty good. It was the almond milk with the protein and fiber. Yeah, it was the protein and fiber one. That one tasted really good. It had like a soybean, it had like a soybean drink flavor to it. You know, it was pretty good. It's a little thick, and it's a little different. It's a little darker in color, but it was really good. So the almond milk with the protein and fiber one, that one's really delicious. I like that a lot. There's also almond milk. It's like different stores sells like different things, you know. Like Trader Joe's, for example, the almond milk that they sold, I believe it was the they didn't sell it with vanilla flavor. It was just like the original almond milk that they sold at Trader Joe's was disgusting. It was really gross. The taste was so watered down that I couldn't even finish it, but I had to finish it because I bought it, so didn't want to waste it. So that was disgusting. But at Aldi's grocery store, the original flavor, which had lower grams of sugar compared to the vanilla flavor almond milk at Aldi's grocery store, the vanilla flavor one was a little too sweet. It had about, I think about 16 to 17 grams of sugar per 8 ounce, and the original one had down to like, I believe, about 6 or 9 grams of sugar per cup, you know. And that one was really good because the original flavor for the almond milk at Aldi's grocery store was really, really good. I didn't have to add water or milk to dilute the sweetness, you know. It was perfect the way it was. But the vanilla flavor for the almond milk at Aldi's was too sweet. I had to dilute it with water or like with milk or with ice sometimes, you know. So different stores will sell different stuff, different brands, and you decide what works for you. So just give you an idea. If you shop at these grocery stores, you'll get an idea what I'm talking about. So let's see what else. Okay, so that's pretty much good for the lactose intolerant stuff and about the cow milk versus soy milk versus almond milk versus coconut milk and versus the rice drink. Okay, so the rice drink may taste delicious to some people, but it's not. I believe there's not that much nutrients in it that I read about. You know, compared, if you really want to know the facts, just read the labels and you can compare which one is more nutritious. Okay. Alright guys, so that's it for now for that topic. Thank you for staying in tune.